Today, the trust salutes Admiral Togo, the Angora goat, and the 20 pounds of wool he gave for pants, presidential pants, Texas trousers for the nation's most rotund leader. The Republican National Convention, held in Chicago in 1908, was a raucous affair. When it became apparent that William Howard Taft was going to be the nominee, Taft-leaning delegates got a little rowdy. A massive American flag on an extra-long pole was waved about, and an equally big banner with Taft's image printed on it was hung from the rafters. But the Texas delegates carried a uniquely Texan banner on the convention floor. A pair of pants affixed to a pole. But not just any pants. Enormous trousers, custom made for the former Secretary of War, William Howard Taft. Attached to the waving pants was a placard that read, "As pants the heart for cooling streams, so Texas pants for Taft." A little bit of Psalms mixed with politics and pants. And that's not the end of the story of Taft's Texas trousers. The pants were not just for show. They were a custom-made gift from Texas brought to Chicago to be presented to Taft. But in the carnival atmosphere that enveloped Chicago, the pants were lost. How do you lose a garment made for a 350-pound man? I don't know. The dude had a 54-inch waist. They were enormous trousers. Taft won the nomination on the first ballot in a landslide, easy to do with the endorsement of Teddy Roosevelt. And of course, he'd regret that later, but that's another story. When Taft won the general election, Texas got to work on a second pair of massive presidential pantalones. Both the 1908 convention pair and the 1909 presidential pair were made from wool sheared from a Uvalde County Angora goat named Admiral Togo. Togo was a first-generation Texan. His daddy, a sire named Dick, was imported from South Africa by Montel, Texas stock raiser Frank Landrum. Togo was about 3 when he gave up the first 10 pounds of clippings, and pushing 4 when he surrendered another 10 pounds of wool for the replacement pants. The wool was then sent to Philadelphia to be woven into dark gray striped trouser cloth that was described by some at the time as quite loud. From there, it traveled to Washington, D.C. to Taft's personal tailor to be crafted into silk-lined pants. 10 pounds of Togo's clippings made about 5 yards of fabric, give or take. And that's what it took to make pants for President Taft. He wore his Texas trousers to his inauguration, March the 4th, 1909. D.C. had been hit with a winter storm the day before, and thousands of men worked through the night to clear the parade route so that Taft could ride in his open carriage to the Capitol building to ascend to the presidency in his Texas mohair trousers. The particular gift of the Texas garment was chosen for Taft, it was said, because it represented Texas well. It was large, it was useful, it was beautiful. So Admiral Togo, for being a fine Angora ram who produced enough fine wool to cover President Taft's tuchus twice in 6 months, the trust salutes you.